Arsenal in talks with Bayer Leverkusen over signing England, and former Liverpool defender Arsenal are on the lookout for a new defender with Jurrien Timber and William Saliba both out injured. Jarell Quansah joined Leverkusen last season from Liverpool in a £35 million deal, and made Thomas Tuchel's England World Cup squad this summer. Arsenal are in talks with Bayer Leverkusen over a possible deal for England defender Jarell Quansah. Mikel Arteta is keen to add to his defensive options and sees Quansah as a good addition, with his versatility in both the centre-back and right-back positions. Quansah has returned to Bayer Leverkusen after an extended break following his debut World Cup, in which he made 3 appearances for England. He played 44 times in his first season in Germany, having made the decision to leave his boyhood club Liverpool last summer. It's thought Leverkusen don't want to sell, having been impressed with the 23-year-old's performances in the Bundesliga, and his mature attitude in adapting to his new environment. It is likely that Arsenal would need to pay considerably more than the £30 million the German club paid for Quansah last July to prize him away, with 4 years remaining on his contract. Liverpool have also inserted a buyback clause into Quansah's contract at Leverkusen worth around £59.8 million 70M. Arsenal maintain an interest in Aston Villa defender Jarell Quansah alongside his England teammate Quansah. Both players share a similar profile and are capable of playing at right back and centre back. Sky Sports News understands there is a big gap in valuation between Arsenal and Villa for Quansah. Villa would want around £60 million to part with the 28-year-old, who has 2 years remaining on his contract. So far, Arsenal have not indicated a willingness to come close to that valuation, and the ball is in their court to convince Villa to sell. Quansah was not in the Villa squad for Wednesday's UEFA Super Cup game against Paris Saint-Germain, because he is still on his post-World Cup holiday. With William Saliba out injured, Arsenal need some cover at centre-back, but it's not the only hole they have in defence, as right-back is a sore spot. Jurrien Timber is still recovering from the groin problem that has kept him mostly sidelined since March, and Ben White's injury record is not the best. It is worth remembering that Christian Mosquera was forced to start Arsenal's Champions League final defeat out of position at right back, and ended up conceding a penalty in Budapest. It is why Jarell Quansah has also been targeted by Arsenal. Yet, Aston Villa's asking price for a 28-year-old seems too steep. At 23, his England teammate Quansah could equally fill both holes in Arsenal's defence and could represent a better deal in the long term. A centre-back by trade, the former Liverpool man featured on the right of a back three last season at Leverkusen. That was enough for Thomas Tuchel to take Quansah as one of his right-back options for England this summer, and remember, that was over Trent Alexander-Arnold. Looking at his pass map for Leverkusen, Quansah often took up what is traditionally a right-back position for the Bundesliga side. It means once Saliba returns to full fitness to partner Gabriel at centre-back, Quansah has plenty to fight for in another role. But the fullback position at Arsenal is very different to a traditional fullback role. Timber and Ricardo Calafiori, in particular, are asked to invert inside the pitch quite a lot, sometimes to the point where they take up the role as hybrid center forwards. In another former Leverkusen man in Piero Hincapié, however, Arteta has shown that more defensive full-backs can be used in his system.